Okay, now you may be wondering why I haven't just got on the ship and gone from my other save. It's because I'm way more advanced along the lines, because I brought all of the materials that I could with me to build platforms and stuff. This is a complete new playthrough, so you'll get to see it as I find stuff and what I can do. Now you've got the usual thing that we've got to do, which is make more oxygen, water, create the microchips, etc., like you'd normally do. Now it's very limiting on this game when I last played it to create water and stuff, because it's all toxic. It's finding it. I mean, you do get a little bit of ice like you got there. So I'm now going to just nip out here. If you look down there, see that circular kind of dark area? You enter that, that's toxic. You get a meter in the middle of your screen and it starts to count down, which is the toxicity side of things. Now I'm going to go, normally I'll put my base there because this damaged railway line here that you see going to this part of the hill there, and there's another one that goes up there, that takes you to a new biome when I last played this. So what I'm going to do is go into this and I'm going to get everything. I've got enough room of ice, so I think what I'm going to do actually first, with all that back, I'm going to grab the oxygen and backpack. That's what I'm going to get first of all, and then we're going to move as a temporary base, probably up here, just because obviously it goes around this area here, this toxic side of things, so I want to be outside of it. Maybe a little tiny base that will hopefully do the job. I want to grab a fair chunk of ice. So we're going to run out of water, we always seem to. And then just the usual things that you normally get. Just fill up your bag, different bits. What are we doing? Right, so we're going to need some of this. I'll head back into our little ship and see what we can build. I'll show you some other things that will be of interest to you guys. Let's just make these first. So make that. So get that done. Put that in, and we now need 2 more iron. Make some of this. Okay, so grab a couple of iron. Now if I run down, these are here, so I'll grab these while they're here. But if you look, the wreckage there that you see, you can recycle it. There's a whole load over there. There's probably some up that hill as well, I guess, but it gives you various materials, low tier stuff. So let's grab the what do you call it here, the backpack. Gonna need that. And then what else is it we need? We need to get another magnesium. Actually, we need 3 magnesium. So let's nip out and get that and build those. Well, as you can see, I've built the construction chip and the deconstruction, and it'll now want us to go and build a small habitation. So what have I got on me? I've got 2 of those, so I can make that. I need to get some silicon to make the basic one there, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm now going to go up and we're going to quickly move our base over to that area there. What I'll do is, what do we need for that? Some silicon. On the way up, I'm just going to grab some silicon if there's any around. There should be, there's some there. Grab some of this. And then just some random ores as we're going. There's a chest here. We'll have a look at that in a little while. This we can recycle. I'm going to put it up here somewhere. It pays to, you know, it's going to be able to know where the main base is going to go, whether it stays this side or the other side. I don't know yet. So we've got 2 chests we can be mucking about with. Where I'm going to put this is basically as near on the ridge here, maybe on this little plateau down there. Let's see, how much space do we have up here? you're instantly going to have some weirdness going on the heights, so it's going to be better here. So I stick the front of this base just kind of like, stick a door on it, go in, and we do what we normally do, which is a container or two down. So we'll be going to the back. Let's just put one of these here for now. Drop our stuff in it. What do we need to make the crafter? We can make one of those. So then we do crafter down, and then we're going to do a wind turbine, which is more iron. But let's go out and near are they? They're right down the end there, aren't they? I was going to say let's go out and grab some of that or the recycling stuff. There's plenty around us at the minute. Right, let's grab some of this over here. It's left to titanium, I'll give it that. Right, let's head back. You may be wondering why I've grabbed so much, because I'm going to expand this while we're here. Go back at least one. Right, you might notice also that I've got drones and stuff. Now, because this is a custom play, and instead of all the waiting and the finding out stuff, I've enabled some of the research, not all of it, to make our life a bit easier. I can't remember whether you can put these down this early or whether you've got to reach a certain threshold on the terraforming. You know, we can't get any pulse, of course. I don't even know if there's any of that on here. So I didn't play it very much on my standard game playthrough. So yeah, we'll see how far we get with it anyway. So let's see. We've got to put a wind turbine down. So let's shove one of those just over here as a reference point. And another. You need plenty of them anyway. So that solves that problem. And it now wants me to craft station refinement, microchip T1 GOO cleaning. And equip it, and craft a detoxification machine and toxic area information. So let's click on this and see what we've got in here. I've got to make one of those because we haven't got enough room otherwise. So disable that one, put that in, and re-put that back on. So now what we got? So we'll have to do that probably at some point. We need to information. I need to get the blueprint screen done and the power as well as the terraformation screen. So we need 1, 2, 3 iron. I think we've got enough silicon. Let's just have a look here. No, I need another silicon as well. So I'm just going to grab that. We'll put those screens up. Okay, I've got now the screen, so we'll put that up just there. Then we'll put in the blueprint screen just down here, and the power screen next to it. So that's given us our basic information, and we can see all what we've got to find. What else can we build? So obviously we can't do half of the end game stuff. I've got to put a couple of heaters, a couple of drills, and the veggie tubes down. So I'm going to go out and grab a whole load of materials and just I'm also going to go back to the shuttle and grab all the materials from there. On the way down to that, actually, we'll just have a quick look down here. So you get things like goo. You'll see in a minute. I'll show you where they are. But these are pristine mushrooms. You need to grab all of these when you find them. You just pick them up with the old left click on the mouse. And I'm going to recycle this. So when you've got the microchip, just go hover over it as you normally would and deconstruct. And you can see what it's given you. There's a fair bit here. It pays to just grab it. It saves all of the hassle. So now I'm going to go back, drop this lot off, and try and build up a stack of materials is what I'm going to do. Also, I'm going to open up these, have a little look at these containers. So yeah, I'm going to just drop this off and then come back. Okay, I just dropped all that stuff off. I'm quickly going to put down a couple of these drills over here. So can start the terraforming. Gets the ball rolling there. We're going to quickly look at these just to get a couple of, hopefully, blueprints. See if we start the ball rolling on that. Probably not. So, what have we got here? We need water, purified water. I want to leave that one. Because it's probably going to do as it does on the standard game. The longer you leave it, the higher the items value, tech or whatever in there is going to be. So we'll quickly come down here and have a look at these. See what's in this one. Interesting. Okay. Well, we've got another food and water, and it's just pretty much low level stuff. So I'm going to head back down here and grab what's in there and that mushroom, and then we'll get back to the base and we'll start some goo cleaning in a minute. We'll start actually making the chip, finding the items that we need for it. You see, they're kind of anywhere and everywhere, those mushrooms. So we want to grab all we can out of this. Need to eat one of those. I'll leave an air there, a couple of the airs there actually, just in case we ever come by. There was another email that came through, so we've probably got to make the screen actually. Yeah, we have. So now, trying to head back, drop this lot off, and actually, yeah, I want to take down this way because we're going to come down the other side once we've done this, and I'll show you what this is. There's a lot of people go inside the radiation zone. Now, where this stuff you can recycle is, you'll see these, and you're going to need some of those. So if I use a water and then pick up one, it gives you toxic spores, which is exactly what you need to build some of these items, probably more than one. The beauty of where I am here, I can just run around this edge, get back to my base. It's another reason I put it where I put it. Accessibility, etc. So run up the hill there. Now we've automatically it's unlocked something, I can't remember what, so we'll have a look in a minute. But I've got to build some heaters. Veg tubes is going to build because we haven't got any the materials really. So let's grab another couple of these, stick down front of there and there, just so we can organize this a bit better. So water and food, put in this one, water, then standard oils can go in that one. That and that in there. Grab the oxygen. Probably go in here with this, and this can be that. And ordinary stuff like that goes in there. Okay, right. Let's see what's involved in making. Oh, we can't make it on this. We've got to actually build that, which is iron, silicon, and toxic spores. So, silicon, toxic spores. I'll find some iron. Silicon. Grab these while we're in. Okay, so this I think has to be built inside. Yeah, it does. So we will split these up for now. We'll have to move this and change this around. So you need to build these before, and obviously the filter as well. But all you need, this is the important one because that will enable you to clear the goo, and this just gives you information. And the other thing you need to build is that, because this processes stuff. So that needs more toxic spores. So I'm going to go down this side. We're going to grab some of these toxic spores and a bit of iron on the way down. Just nip down here and we go to that area that I showed you just now. So this stuff. We'll grab all of these for now. Hopefully that'll give us enough. And then we will recycle some of these. Fill up our bags. Go. And then head back on up. Don't know where I jump up. I wish I had the jetpack. Just helps tremendously. Okay, so now we're gonna head back and see what else we can build. Let's get into this area. I've got to obviously extend this another 1 or 2 actually. Q. That needs another titanium and pristine mushroom. Let's find the titanium. Some of those back. I might keep one of those there. Some of those back. And a pristine mushroom. Now, that thing, that's too big to be built in there. So we'll put this where should I put this? Maybe here for now. We've also got to build another turbine. Now you can see what you put in this. So you put the unpurified water in. It gives everything that's purified water. The toxic goo, it gives you polymer, I think that is. And this, what do you call them? These things, spores, gives you those cylinders. I can't remember what they're called. I'll tell you on this. Chlorine dioxide. So yeah, we can't make the information screen yet. We've unlocked some more blueprints like the windows and stuff. We can't find iridium yet. What else is there? Something the veg tube we could do, but I think there's a seed down the other side. So let's grab some ice, and then we'll stick a veg tube just here for now, just temporarily. This is there. Go out to this container. I think it's this one. It had a rubbish seed in it, but it'll help. So yeah, the multiplier there, 150. We'll grab these basic ores just to help us out. Can I build one of those? Yes, I can. Great. So I'm now going to go out like a T kind of shape. So now we're going down that way, and then in there I'll put that. That will start the oxygen going. Those two in there, and all of this lot. And the overflow goes in there. Okay. Right, so what do we got to build? The Tech 2 backpack and oxygen tank. So the Tech 2 backpack needs iron, silicon, and titanium. Iron, silicon. That's typical, isn't it? We'll run out of the iron and silicon. What does the other one need? Cobalt 2 magnesium. Do that one. Right, so that's given us our Tech 2 oxygen tank. I've just got to find a bit of iron. So I need to really start finding that stuff. There should be loads of it around, to be honest with you. Normally it's plentiful. So, right, let's go and shove all this stuff back in. Right, okay. We'll make that. There you go. So we've got a better backpack now. What else is it we can make? I'd like to do the torch at some point. So there's really nothing else there. How far are we along this? So that's a little way away. It'd be the Tech 1 solar panel, which would be great. We're going to coming up to that one. I've got to get the oxygen is slow. When we get to 1, we get the indoor ladder, then the Tech 2 heater. I've got to put a heater down, but they need, as I say, iridium, which is going to be interesting. I've also got to get this purifier done and the screen, and that goes in the toxic water. I'll show you what that is. Let's just make sure I take I want to get rid of all of this there, and I want to take a water, oxygen, and definitely a food. I have to take 2 water actually. I've got to use 1. Right, we're going to go down into the goo, and I'm going to show you this one here first. That's a bigger area to clear. Now, when you go into the radiation area, we haven't got hardly any protection, so the trick is to go in and then come out and let it replenish. So when you come down here, what you're looking for, there is a little lake, a little pond of some kind here. I don't know where it is. Is it down there? No, it's over this side. So in the goo itself, let's go this side. You'll see the radiation thing come up in a minute. Right, so as you go over into the radiation area, as you can see, it's now counting down. You can't, unless they've changed it, do a lot with these. Just like pretty pretties. This is the goo you've got to get rid of. So you just fire on it, what it's meant to do. But I've got the goo cleaning chip, and then it's the same with these. And this is the unpurified water that you've got to stick in one of those unpurified extractors. Now let's have a look to see what did it need to make the goo thing. Oh, it needed something. Is it more of... Let's have a look again. We'll have another look. It gives me an excuse to collect some more ores actually. As there aren't many up on the plateau there. I don't want that. It's another zone now. And we'll go up here and we'll have a look to see what we need for this. What I might do actually is build a little base down there. Just a one little square with a couple of storage cans in it. Just so I can put stuff in it as a daisy chain to this base. So right, let's have a little look and see what's involved with this goo cleaning thing. So it needs toxic spore and a magnesium. Right, okay, that's easy enough. So magnesium, toxic spore. Let's make that. I thought I made this. Why not take the magnesium? No. Okay, so make that. Put that on. Now we can't do that one unless I find the chlorine dioxide, and that needs a whole batch more of stuff. So let's put in all of this stuff, and then the overflow in there. We can now make the Tech 2 thingies, which is great. What do they need? So iron, 2 cobalt, and silicon. 1, 2, silicon. Right, I'm going to shove one of them down because they're always going to need more power. So, and then these, what did it need of those? None of them really need any spores. Right, these spores, grab, and these will make 3 of those chlorine things. So I'll put those all in, and then they will come out into this here. We're now going to go back down because we've got the goo thing equipped. We're now a bit better prepared. So on the way down, I'm going to grab a silicon, a iron, titanium, some more iron when I come across it. So that needs 2 iron and thingy. So how many iron? That needs some more iron. What about the ice yet? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally put the little, because that's where the water's going to be. I'm going to put the, we're up there. I'm going to stick a new little base, halfway house kind of thing, maybe here. I know it's not going to look attractive, but it's not the point. It's just literally to have an area we can dump stuff into, replenish our oxygen. Now I've got to go out and get some more iron like this. That will enable me to put a quick storage crate down, and that will enable us to quickly run down here, grab the unpurified water. I might even stick another one here, to be honest with you. It's so cheap to build, it's not really a problem. Okay, so let's go down here and we'll go straight and clear some goo. I'll show you what I mean. So as I say, you can't do anything with these unless they've changed it. These you just pick up as you normally would. It's bugging out, so that's how you clean the toxic. It's a bug on that thing, but you point at it and it just shrinks, as you can see. And then you just collect these as you would in your normal stuff. Keep an eye, guys, on your toxicity meter. And don't collect all of the spores. What you're trying to do is, you see it fills your bags up, fills up pretty quickly with this stuff. And then what you've got to do, the trick is to run outside the radiation. Let it replenish, like it's doing. And then you run back in. Now when you go into the radiation, on the top right, you'll see how many of the goo you've got to get rid of. Usually it shows it. And then that counts down. Now obviously I haven't got the information thing. I think maybe that's on that, we have that kind of information toxic thing, which we can't yet. So the whole point is, in these areas you've got to get rid of the goo, and then it lessens the radiation until it clears it. There's a chest here, so I'll have a quick look. You see in that, we've got a lot of space. Nothing of interest in there. Okay, so now we're going to go back out, up here, and get some more. There you go, we've cleared this area. That's what happens, you get that, the meter disappears and it totally clears it, but it leaves this weird stain on the floor. I'm going to run back out up to here. What's involved in making that? I can't do that yet. So we'll quickly run up here and replenish our oxygen and then head up back to our main base. Put all of this stuff in that machine and it should start spewing out the other items we need. Go, done that. We'll see what's actually in this when we get up here. So we've got some toxins and some chloride. So if you put in, it tells you what you get out of it. So we'll put in some of these and most of those. We'll grab all of that, head back in. Now let's see what's involved in making that. So we need 2 microplastics. That needs purified water, which we haven't got, and that needs microplastics as well. So the best thing to do with these at the moment is just plonk them in there. We use a water in a moment. Stick the, what do you call it, in there. We're really now waiting on these to finish processing. What does that need? It needs another, it's one of those and another one of these microplastics. And we can then get the information thing done. Takes a fair while, doesn't it, to actually cycle around. It'd be ideal if there was a timer. So whatever it's working on, sorry, this one, have a little timer, countdown, so you know when they're going to appear. It'd be helpful, wouldn't it? But let's see if we can make this thing now. So I should be able to make that one if I can. So does that come under the build stuff now? Oh, it comes there. So, oh dear. Okay, so that gives us the information. I've got to put the screen up now for toxicity, which I can't do. That's going to be an important one to do. The atmosphere purifier, which is going to require 3 purification capsules, which in turn requires purified water, which we don't have. I think the next thing I will be building is that. So that needs 2 plastics and a mushroom. Put mushroom down. See if we've got 2 plastics in here. 1. Let that cook a bit more. Stick those in. Grab this, come on. Yeah, when I last played this, there was such a shortage of water. There's no ice crystals around. Right, we should now be able to build up, which we can. So let's go straight back down here. Stick this on the water so it starts getting this manky old water that's sitting in that lake. And then we'll purify it. And start being able to move and progress on a little bit more. Right, I'll put down one of those. It looks like an ordinary water collector, but it's got way more storage on it. And then what my plan is that'll fill up, and every now and then I'm coming past, I can just quickly dump a whole load in here so it gets double the amount. And then there's the daisy chain one up there. While I'm here, I'm going to grab some of this material that's sitting down here. Yeah, let's grab all of that. So we now should be able to go and drop all of this off. To try and get a toxins filter. So let's mind you that again. Let's just drop all this lot up here. I'm going to go back to see if I can get some of that unpurified water, because that's what we need. We'll drop all of this in here for now, and I'll go and get the water and come back and see what we can build. Right, just arrive back, and let's put in these. Now what you do is you want to take 2 of these out. Actually, what you want to do, to be honest with you, get rid of your gear first, so you don't have anything sitting there, and then grab the ones that's sitting in there, which is those. So it's going to do these first. It does it left to right, and then put those in afterwards. Collect anything that's sitting in here. So grab a whole batch of that. And then run in and start processing them, so we can now make the polymer. So we've got to look to see what's needed. We need that, which is going to be 2 polymer. So this is basically a sink to get rid of these if you have too many of them sitting in your bag, which we do at the minute. So we've got a silicone, and we've got to make 3 of those, which is going to need toxins themselves. So we'll stick those back in there, those in there. Now just run by it again just to see. Each one of them needs a chlorine, purified water, and toxins. We've only got 2 purified water. Mind you, did we have one in that chest? Yes, we did. So we'll have 3 purified water, I guess. So we should be able to make 3 of those, which will enable us to build this, which is definitely going to be a must. Only got enough room for 1 more. Can I do a... We've got to take 3 backpacks, so I'm going to have to do that, but that needs aluminium. I don't know where we get that from yet, so I've got to take a food. We'll stick the remainder in there. I'll stink up short. And what one was in that? 115, that's 200, so that's coming out. That's going in. And we'll stick those 2 back in there. I've got to build another one of these. We'll just do it next to this for now. In there as this starts going. Okay, so power's not brilliant, but we're moving along. We've got a Tech 2 drill that's just came about, and the Tech 2 drill needs, so that's 1 iron, 1 titanium, another titanium. So a couple of titanium, and we will recycle these. Let's stick down a Tech 2 equivalent. So the ball rolling on those. Go in here, grab those, grab that. Then we'll come into this one, and we should be able to make that thing, I think, now. Oh, hang on. Oh, right, okay. So that needs 3 purified water. Where's the other one? There. We should be able to make 3 of those. I need toxins. So 1, 2, 3. Is that right? 1, 2, and 3. Now we should be able to make that. We have. Excellent. Put that on. So that should give us some action from the GOO, let's say. These should now be processing the ordinary stuff, which they are. So our next area, because it wants us to make that. So to make that, we need another 3. Means going down here and collecting more of this unpurified stuff, put it in that machine, making another 3, and creating this as well as this toxicity screen. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll show you as it's been done. Okay, I've put down the toxicity screen. So it's giving you other areas of research when you start the purification process. Now we've got to build this thing, and that's not going to go inside, so this goes outside. So I'm going to put this, I must stick it here somewhere, it's not going to really matter. I'd like to build a couple of those, so it would be interesting to see how that's working with regards to this. So it's very slow. So the area we're in, we've got 32 to clear. So yeah, I'm going to put all those back in there. And then stick these in here. Grab everything out of there. And do some of this chlorine stuff. I need another chlorine to do some more of those, so I'll put all of that back in there. We're going to go and do some cleaning now. So our next port of call is probably this area here, but it also spills down to there. I just want to see how far and wide it goes, because I'll probably have to build another hut. We've got one there. I don't know whether that's going to be near enough. It may be, but you can see like the circle goes all the way around under that pillar in a big circle. So, and I know I've got goo down there and round that pillar. There's loads up here. So let's head over. What do I need? So I need to build another one of those bases. So I think it'll pay to. Because the last thing you want to do is run out of oxygen. Or space to put things in. Get it done. I'm building oxygen or 2 over here, so you can't build in this area, by the way, guys, just so you know. You're very limited in if you try and put one down, it won't let you do it. So it's kind of annoying. So I'm going to put in this material now here. Saves me collecting mode. I'm quickly going to build another one. So, and then I'm just literally going to junk all of this in, take those out, and then we're going to go in there and try and, as you're clearing this stuff, you more often than not, it shrinks this and lowers. See that minus 0.4% a second is what's taken down. What's going to happen is that gets less as you clear the stuff, but there's a fair amount in this area to clear. So the easiest way is to run towards this base and keep your eye on your vitals, guys. I'm not going to take them yet, so I'm just going to try and concentrate and get rid of this goo. And as you do it, you'll see there's some heaters, some solar panels and stuff you can disassemble to get the raw materials like this one, which will let us build a heater. That's giving us an iridium. Not do anything else there. And then you've got to run around and then just clear as much as you can. Keep your eye on your meter. Let it just get above just half and then get the hell out and go out to the outer zone. Otherwise you're gonna probably die. So I've got to run out now. If we'll make it. I've got to remember where I'm going. Come on. We might not make this on time, we'll see. It's actually further in than you think. You see it's already gone down from 0.4 to 0.3 because I've cleared a bit of goo. So we'll go out here and I'm going to empty my bags into this. Might actually pay to build another one of those machines. You know, these things around the area that you're actually in. So we'll dump all that in there. Grab that out. Excellent. And then we head back. I know there's some, yeah, the Tech 2. The Tech 2? No, Tech 1 solar panels. I think. It might be Tech 2s. Can't remember. They're on the side, I think. Here's other Tech 2s. See them now. So what I'm going to do is head this side. I just want to look to see if it's easier to go down this side and out than it is to run all the way back over there. Now it's about the same distance, isn't it? So we've got some Tech 2s here. I think in disassemble. Yes, nice. That's given us a chunk of stuff. And then we'll quickly get rid of some of this as best we can. There's an awful lot of it. So we're at 14. So when you get full like this, and you've got time to spare, just drop the stuff off. You can always come back and get it later. Oh, we've got a couple of aluminium as well. I just want to grab this out of the way. Right, now we've got to run back before we run out of time. I might have to build another crate, to be honest with you. Store all of this in. I'll be using the water and the food, or the water will be used in a minute anyway. But I'm pleased to say we've got ice. When I've done the early release of this, it was the ice was very scarce. We're going down to 0.2 now, so we cut it in half the toxicity amount. So let's put that in there. Build another one. So then in there for everything. Use that. Put that in my bag. And that's what you do. It's how you clear these things. But this you have a whole load at the top here, and you get a whole load down below as well. But the beauty is once you've done this area, it gives you access to that tram, which you can use just to go into another biome. With a whole load more goo to clear, etc, etc. So I'm going to clear up the top here, and I'll probably have to do a couple of runs, I think. I'm trying to think how I'll get up here without jetpack. I guess I've got to go up on something to get down. We've got that one to clear. Go on. What else have we got to clear? Any other stuff here? Now, these open up and reveal chests, so you go. We've got blueprint. Nice. Have some of that. And the food goes outside. Another one of those. Seed. I think that will take you. Oh, interesting. So we've got a tungsten rod. I'd have those two as well. The food. Wonder what that's used for. Okay. We're running a bit low, so we can also go in here. Is there any goo in here? We can't disassemble those yet, can we? No. Need a higher level. Oh good, so we've disabled a bit more. So how much bag space we've got? I'm going to disassemble that. Hopefully I've got enough space on me. I think I have, yeah. Now I'm trying to think how we get up these places. I might not be able to get into those until get the jetpack, I think. So I've got to head back anyway. So let's drop this lot off. I think what I might do is run this lot back to the base so it frees up the storage here. Mind you, I could use this one, I suppose, couldn't I? If there's some spare storage in it, which there is, so I could shove all of that in there. And that frees up a little bit. And then drop the iridium off up here. What's involved in making one of those? Iron and silicon. So if I put one of those here. Go there, that one. Just why not? If I can build one here, it'd pay to put one here, wouldn't it? So that's giving us a bit of heat. That's the good thing. So put all of this lot in here. Keep one of the foods, keep water on us. That's turned out to be a good result there. So the next stage will be, I've probably got to check that platform. Sometimes they have them on there, but I want to run down here to show you where they are down here. So around that pillar, you've got some, and you see the goo already. But you've got to get around here. So we're at 19 of 35. So you just do the same thing, guys. You beam the gear and get rid of it. A load more scrap to get rid of here as well, as you can see. We're 0.1% now, it's affecting us. So we'll be able to stay longer and longer in the zone. There we go, excellent stuff. So we're at 27. Where we've got to go is this area here. We might have missed one in the containers because I had a jetpack when I did this before. Let's see how many are left over. It's the 29th, 30th. 5 more to find. There's the 4th, and there's the 5th. And that should be it now. For this little zone, so we're all clear. Lovely. So that means I can now put a little base up here. Press M. Oh no, we haven't got the map. I was trying to see the central area, see if it's central. But it'll pay to have a base here anyway, because it's on the transport link, so I will build another one. What have I got in my bag? All this loop. So what I'm going to do now is shove all of that. I might build actually another storage here and move that base while I can. I'll leave all the power and the drills and stuff there, and just move it so it's on this plateau here. It's a bit nearer, isn't it? So I'm guessing I could build here. Well, it's all uneven, but 4 on the top there, maybe. I don't know. Figure something out. That's what I'm going to do now. So I'll have that base built up and it there. I might even leave this detoxification thing up there. So there's a base there to detoxify, then one here. It pays to kind of, it's either that or all together. I don't know. I'll have a think about it. So I'm now going to move back to that base and move everything on top of that hill a bit more. So let's just grab what I need. So I need 2 silicon and 2 titanium. So 1, 2, 3, 2 of those, extra one of those, silicon. I want to put that in there. I want to grab that from that. What else do I need? So let's go back to that. Stick all of that in there. I need to have a few size wise, so I'm going to grab some materials from there as well. Let's get rid of this gloop, and I'll see you back at our new base. Right, I've totally disabled this disassembled most of this base and moved everything over. I'm leaving all the other stuff there. I've moved the decontamination machine thing that converts all of the spores and stuff. There's still a whole load sitting in there, but the plan is to move that base kind of along a bit. You know, I may even put it down there, so it's a central kind of daisy chain to this. So you've got to go over there as well, so I might put it here. Just so you can get to it, because this base here, I mean, I don't know how big it's going to go. I might go up with it. Don't know yet. I'll just quickly show you what I've done. It's just very slow moving everything over. I've done the next backpack upgrade, which has used the 2 aluminium that we had, annoyingly, but yeah, I've got to do this detoxification machine. Let's put this out here somewhere. Put it about. And then what else have we got to build? I want to build another one of those. We've got the progress screen now. I can build. I want to put in actually we haven't got anything to put in there, have I? So let's click this. What can I make? I'll make those. Grab some of those. I'm trying to lessen the amount it's taking up in the old storage. There's loads sitting in there. I need to create some more. I'm glad when the next tier of storage comes about. So much is used at the minute. So let's take that. Stick them all in there. Into this, we'll take all of that and that out. That in there, and then put this lot in that one. Okay, so I need to create a tech goo cleaner. So that's going to need 2 polymer, 2 purification capsules, and a mushroom. 2 purification, 2 of those. Where mushrooms somewhere? Probably not. No. So we've literally got to go out and find a mushroom, which is exactly what I'm going to do now. And then I'll stick these 2 in there. There must be a mushroom around here. I haven't really looked. Oh, look at that. As if by magic. So that will enable us, I think as they go up in the tiers, it makes it easier to clean the, get rid of the goo. And it should just replace the one you've got. Yeah. So what I'm waiting for the next thing is the Tech 2 ectoskeleton, because I can't really put a lot more on. I've got to make some more veggie tubes, so that's 2 ice. Put that in here. Obviously not. So I've got to grab a couple of ice. Is that easy enough to get out here? 1. 2. I'm going to add some more oxygen ones down. I've got the Tech 2 heater now. 2 ice, iron. Right, that lot. So iron, that. silicon. That's the one, isn't it? Yep. Right, so I'll put that near there. And have we got any decent plants in here? I can't remember if I brought them up. I know what I got is rubbish, but we'll put that in there for now. I'm just going to go across to this middle one and start fetching some of the items that are sitting in there.